We want to be telling a story with our guitar solos. We're going to look at this like intro, conflict, resolution, and then finally like the full resolution at the end. So for my intro, a little exposition, right? I don't need to build tension if I'm in my minor, right? I don't need to be doing the flat threes and the flat sevens necessarily right away. And my phrases can be a bit longer. It's a nice way to ease into these solos. Okay, right, very nice. A, B, A. Root note is very significant in those three phrases. I know that middle one did give you a little push of attention with that flat three, but that is our focal point, right? Is my root note. Now I can get into a little bit more of the conflict resolution. Now I don't need to jump up to tension. I can use a 2 or a 4 to push the story a little bit more. Right, that 2 is going to sort of push, right? But it's not super tense. It just knows it wants to go somewhere. It's a subdominant function in that way. Or getting that 4, right? The 4 and the 2 push, but it's not so, oh my gosh, I need to resolve this, you know? And then finally, to really bring up the conflict, right, ending something on a flat 7 or flat 3, and then my final resolve to my root note. Now, we don't need to be just focusing on, okay, at the beginning I'm going to play root note. Then, in the middle, I'm going to do some 2s and some 4s, and then to spice it up or spike it up a little bit more, I'm going to be doing flat 3s and flat 7s to push the tension even harder, and then resolve over here. Just think of what is going to be the most significant note, right? Because if I'm just ending everything on a root note, it's not really going to go anywhere. If I'm in the middle there and I'm just ending things on a 2 and a 4, it's going to sound like it's unsettled and not really going anywhere. And then the last part to really spike it, if I'm constantly pushing a flat 7 and a flat 3, it's just going to be so much tension that you're like, oh, I can't take this anymore. So just think about the focal point, right? Maybe a little bit more root note, longer phrases, cut those phrases shorter to bump up the intensity, focusing on some 2s and 4s. Keep that same intensity focusing on those flat 3s and flat 7s, and then bring it back down to your root note. I'm going to do an easy example for you to follow with all of this. That link is in the description or the first comment. If you're an intermediate guitar player stuck in that boring, robotic guitar solo plateau that we all get into, and you really want to bridge the gap between your creative ideas and what you're able to play, becoming fully fretboard fluent, comment pro below and we can get started.